Hey everyone, how are you? I know I said I would send you a video, so here it comes. I hope you're having a good, today's Saturday. What's today? Yeah, today's Saturday. Um, I am doing well. I did a lot of, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I did a lot of paper grading the last couple days, so I'm sort of in a fog. And then today I went to the Trans Life Conference in Santa Rosa, and that was really interesting. I learned a lot of stuff about therapy and therapists and how they can make mistakes when it comes to dealing with people who are non-binary or trans or intersexed, and how that kind of is a social justice issue for sure. So it was just good learning for me, and I'm glad I got the chance to do that. So when we last met on Thursday, we had a lot of clarifications that I wanted to make. And so I said I would send you a video so that you could giggle. So are you giggling yet? Probably not. But anyhow, so our dear classmate T has put together some very cool stuff on human trafficking, outsourcing, jobs, and globalization. And so I'm going to show you what this looks like. So you're right here, you're looking at it. So you have a to-do this week. And I put this up here. You're going to take this survey that says, that asks how many slaves you own, which is like a really creepy way to think about it. But it has to do with what we buy and what kinds of things we do. And that like either increases the number of slaves we own or decreases them. And then throughout this kind of interactive thing, it shows you ways you can decrease. But I'll tell you about my account when I see you. So you're going to watch the associated media. So I'm going to flip back and show you what I want you to watch. And let's see, here we are. So this is a film called Slavery. It has no captions, so it's optional. Machiapolis is not optional. You need to watch it. And it does have captions. And it is about factories on the border, U.S. border with Mexico, and how NAFTA has kind of created this work environment and what that looks like, and what we kind of think about it. So we'll probably look at this through sociological lenses, perhaps maybe some conflict theory, some haves and have-nots kind of analysis when we get together. I'm going to let T take a lot of liberties as well, so like I have been doing for all of you guys. So maybe that's what we'll talk about. Maybe that's what we won't talk about. But keep that in mind as you're watching. And then where else? What else do I have in there? Oh, I have two things on modern day slavery. So a short clip from Al Jazeera with no captions. It's worth watching if you want, but it's like literally 2 minutes. But then this one it does have captions, and it is required, and that kind of just goes over the same topic. Although outsourcing and the modern day slavery are separate, but they are interrelated in the sense that, I guess if you think about it in terms of like, why would you put yourself in a dangerous position? There's reasons, there's survival reasons. And why do some exploit others? There's kind of looking at it from both directions. It's all bad, I mean, if you really want to get down into it, it's why do we abuse humans the way we do as a global space? Why do we do that? Why do we allow for people to be hurt and exploited? And why do we turn a blind eye? And hopefully Jackie last week got you guys kind of pumped about thinking about activism, because this week, we're looking at this stuff. Next week, Kyle's going to take us through gun control, and then Maria's going to close it out with like, where do we go from here? How do we activate ourselves? And so hopefully we end on a note of like, we're all going to take charge of something and do some work. Okay, and so then your post is going to kind of be dealing with all of those things. And so you will look at T's post. She's asked you to also watch some things and check out some things, and then she poses some questions at the end that she'd like you to think about. So this is for starting Monday, right? This will all open for you on Monday. I want to show you where I put the junk food assignment. I did make one. So it is open, and it is right here, junk food news submission. So all it says is it's due on May 10th at midnight, but it would be better. So I'm going to change that right while we're sitting here. I'm going to change it to May 9th, because what I want to do is I want it uploaded on May 9th, so that on May 10th I can go into my office first thing and print out each one and let each group edit the other groups, okay? So I need it the day before. So that's still, you know, more than a week away, but just be mindful of that, okay? And then let's see, so that's updated due date. I think that's the only due date that we had, because the junk food is going to take place of the research paper, right? We made that deal. So that's all we have in terms of what's coming up that's due, what each of you will do, and maybe we'll do this, I don't know when, but we'll figure it out during, maybe once we submit on the 9th, each of us can have a chance to talk about what it is each junk food story was covering, and that'll take the place of the presentation. So that's fine. And then in terms of, so that I think that's it as far as like due datey things I need to tell you. The final. But let me tell you about the final. So I told you what it'll look like, right? So it's going to go from, I guess, the midterm topics forward, right? So let's peek at that. So the midterm covered through, sorry. I'm sorry. Aren't you glad I'm sending you this great video? Are you laughing at me already? You should be laughing. The midterm was defamation as censorship in the social media era, right? So consumerism, I don't know if that's true. I'm going to double check the dates, but what I'll do is I'll make sure that the midterm is, the final is covering from the midterm forward. So you won't go any farther back. Does that make sense? And then the final day. So since we're not really a Tuesday, Thursday class, we're actually a hybrid, we are not going to have our regular classroom to get together in on Thursday, May 24th. So I will make my office where we have our final, and it can just be very casual. You can just bring it and we can have a check-in. Or if you guys want, we can all meet at the same time and just have a final closing circle. Because we can make some space up there for that if need be. So, or if it's nice, we could go sit outside. Right outside my office is very pretty. So we can revisit that and we can decide, but I'm open to either way. I really am, continually impressed and thankful that you guys care. And so I will be sad when this is over. I feel like there wasn't enough time to do the things I hoped we could do, even though we're doing a lot. I wish we could be together more to talk about it. But that's why the posts are so important. And it seems like the last couple of weeks, everybody's been posting. So I guess my bitching worked, huh? Or maybe you just started getting into the groove. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Well, so I will see you Thursday, per usual. And we will talk about all the things that have to do with the class content for the week, and we'll also talk some junk food. All right, so you take care, and I'll see you then.